Hello everyone. In today's fictional creatures profile, I'm going to be doing is the African Graboid. The African Graboids are much bigger than the American relatives, being about 40 to 50 feet in length. They have far more prominent body spines and skeletal looking ridges on their bodies, and they possesses multiple sets of sharp tooth jaws. Their most prominent differences, however, is that their tongue, like tentacles, are able to detach from the body and function as independent organisms. They lay their eggs in great numbers in nesting caves, which are guarded by the African blasters. And the African species presumably has similar life cycle to the American species, but unlike the American graboids, which is only seen in the northern hemisphere, the African species is found in the southern hemisphere, or at least Africa. It is unknown when this species branched off from the American species, but archaeologists find the skeleton of one, indicating that this is not a new evolution. After seeing the skeleton, Burt describes this species as longer and slimmer. While not a biologist, he describes the species as more evolved and efficient, better adapted to their environment. The shrieker stage was never seen, or because we have never seen the African shrieker, and it is possibly indicating that their life cycle bypass it all altogether without a shrieker. And the African species tentacles referred to as grabbers can detach from the host graboid. They are sentient and can hunt on their own, separated. They are fast and lethal, able to climb up rocky surfaces. However, this leaves them more vulnerable to being attacked. It is unknown how many grabbers each African graboid has, because in Tremors 5 features only two graboids with multiple grabbers appearing throughout the movie. The African graboids also exhibits far more aggressive hunting behavior than American graboids. Besides simply coming up and swallowing their prey from beneath, or using their tentacles to reel them in, these graboids can launch themselves out of the ground to its target, showing considerably more agility than the North American graboid. Presumably, this behavior developed in response to speed and athleticism of African animals. This makes sense since the African animals like antelope are fast, But but every fast animal in Africa has a natural predator, like cheetahs, lions, leopards, even hyenas, and even painted dogs. But but this African graboid must have evolved to be more fast to catch them. So it is a possibility. Many which can run faster than graboids' top tunneling speed and will flee at the sensation of the ground moving were a graboid to attempt to tunnel under them. Additionally, paleontologists found evidence that this species is able to tunnel through rock by releasing fumic acid from its mouth to soften rock before using its magnetism mandibles to eat through it. This would mean that the established practice of getting up on boulders or other rock formations to escape and stay out of reach would be inefficient against the African graboid, as it could dissolve the rock until it got to the prey, which means making which means making it virtually useless. Unlike the American species, the primary driver members of a species is shown to be propagation of a species rather than hunting. To this end, they cooperate with the blasters to protect their nest. This level of social cooperation is greater in any scene in any American species, and could in fact be described as non-existent blasters. And graboids ignore each other outright instead of working together. In one case, a graboid was known to eat a blaster. Unlike the American graboids, African graboids have a clear internal skeleton that can't fossilize. American graboids have semi-rigid internal structure, but African graboids have more developed internal structures, more similar to the vertebrates. This is likely not superficially stated as a convergently evolved trait from African graboids to better support their larger bodies. But it is unknown why and how they develop skeleton-like structures. As for their diet, they are carnivores and prey. Well, it's not known what their prey are, and given its description, it would have hunted small or mid-sized animals, fast animals like antelope. It's not stated it could hunt larger prey like rhinos or elephants. And again, it's not known what its time period comes from, either the Mesozoic or the Cenozoic. If I had to take a guess, that it would have likely evolved in either Mesozoic or the Cenozoic. Anyways, its abilities. Its physical strength in combat. Due to be larger, its physical strength is will be possible to destroy a village. And the grabbers. Snake-like grabbers are definitely more powerful and completely dangerous for prey, as it can detach from its mouth similar mind of their own to attack an ambush through unknown. This ability is the queen can only do it itself. Endurance and stamina. Its body is much more resilient, restless, sorry for mispronouncing the name, than its subspecies, as it can take on bullets and more, as it took 3 lightning strikes to kill the queen. High stamina, as it can travel long distances. And leap. The African Graboid is able to jump out of the ground in full speed, charge against prey, because the American Graboid can't even do that. And tunneling. Very high speed underground boring. It's not known what its speed is while tunneling. And its intelligence, possibly smarter than its subspecies, since it is able to detach its tongues to use to retrieve its stolen eggs as more advantage for setting a traps. And that's it for this video for the African Graboid. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and see you later guys.